So it eats the snake, and the snake eats the different insects in the environment. The scavengers are animals that feed on the leftover of other animals. So we had collected the information about herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals. Next one is scavengers. Scavengers means they will also eat the flesh, but they will not hunt the animals. They will eat the flesh of dead animals. So they are called as scavengers. For example, hyena, vulture, eagle. These are the animals called scavengers. These animals, they will not hunt the other animals, but they eat the flesh of other animals. Let us understand how the energy flow in the food chain. A food chain is a series of organisms where each one is the foot of the next one in the chain. It always begins with a plant and ends with decomposers. So the food chain, it has the different level. For example, you just look at your textbook page number 227, children. There is a picture. In this picture, the first one is producers. So the producers are plants, trees, and the herbivorous animals. The herbivorous animals, they eat the trees, they eat the plants, and these herbivorous animals are eaten by carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals eat herbivorous animals, and the herbivorous animals eat the plants and trees. Next one, the scavengers. The work of scavenger is to eat the dead carnivorous animal. So at lastly, the different animals, plants, they will decay and they will decompose in the soil. So this is the food chain of the living things of plants and animals. Next one, the last paragraph, children. Influence of man on the environment. Influence means, here the word influence means effects, and the Kannada meaning of influence is adda parinamagalu. So the effects of man on the environment. So how the human beings, we destroy the surrounding, how we destroy the forest, trees, how are the effects of the environment. Just look it in a textbook, children. Man has adversely affected the environment. So man is affecting continuously. He is destroying the surrounding trees, animals. He is killing the birds, animals continuously through affected the environment through his restless activities. Of these, deforestation is major concern. So we are destroying the environment. In that, the main destroying the thing is we are destroying the forest area. We are cutting the trees. Deforestation is the removal of a forest area or trees for converting the land for commercial use. So the word deforestation. Deforestation means destroying the forest area, cutting down the trees. land to make space for factories, industries and human settlement. So, why we are destroying the forest area? Because to build the large number of factories, industry areas and the houses, buildings, shopping malls in the place of forest. So we are destroying the forest. Next one, the adverse effect of deforestation are. So when we cut down the trees and we destroy the forest, there are some side effects continuously going towards the environment. And the effects of deforestation are, first one is change in rain pattern and reduced rainfall. So when we cut the trees and when we destroy the forest, there will be the less amount of rain in the earth. So change in the rain pattern means at the rainy season the rain it cannot comes. After 2-3 months that time it rains. So there is a change in the rain pattern. There is reduce in rain. Change in rain pattern and reduced rainfall. So when we will destroy the forest area, that time automatically there is reduced in rainfall in the environment. Second one, increase in temperatures globally. So when we cut down the trees, it automatically increases the temperature. It goes on increasing the environment temperature. To keep the temperature balanced, we have to plant more number of trees. So this is why when we will do the deforestation, there is reduced rainfall. Second one, increase in the temperature of environment. Third one, desertification. Here the word desertification means the land it turns towards the desert area is called as desertification. One more time I will explain. The forest land, when we destroy the forest continuously, the land of the forest it will turn towards the desert area. So this is called as desertification. Desertification of land due to increased soil erosion. So here the word soil erosion means the loss of soil in the forest is called as soil erosion. For example, I had cut the 12 or 20 trees in the forest area. I will cut one part, I will destroy the trees, 20 trees in one part of the forest. In that area, the land of the forest, it will slowly loses the soil. It's called as soil erosion. The loss of soil in the forest area is called as soil erosion. Desertification of land due to increased soil erosion. When the soil loses from the land, then it continuously turn into desert area. So we should not cut the trees. Last one is increased calamities like flash floods and landslides. So when we destroy the forest, that time the flood will increases. No one can stop the flood. So these are the different effects of deforestation. One more time I will explain. First one, altered rain pattern and reduced rainfall. So there is change of rain pattern. So at the month of rainy season, the rain will not come. After 1 month, after 2 months, the delay of rainy season will happen due to deforestation, and the less amount of rain comes in rainy season due to the deforestation. Next one, increase in temperature globally. So there is huge increase. There will be the climate will changes continuously in the environment. So when we will destroy the trees and forest area. Third one point, desertification of land due to soil erosion. So desertification means the forest land, it will turn towards desert area. And why it will turn? Because when we destroy the forest, there will be no trees, and the soil in the forest, it will goes on decreasing. It will loses from the land, and then it turns into desert area. When there is a loss of soil in the forest, then it will happen the desert area in the forest. And the last one is increased calamities like flash floods and landslides. So there will be the increase of floods in the villages, towns due to the deforestation. So we will goes on increasing the industries, factories area, and we will cut down the trees. That time there will be the high risk of flood. So we should not destroy the forest. Instead of destroying the forest, just plant the different trees in the environment. And not only planting the tree is important, but you have to take care of the tree, and you have to grow the tree in the environment. So this is all about the effects of deforestation in the environment. Last slide. People are now realizing the importance of forests and the need of plant more trees. A lot of work is being done in this direction. So when these all effects, the loss of rainfall, reduce of rainfall, and the destruction of forest area in the environment, these effects are now realized by we human beings. We had collected the information about what are the effects of destroying the forest, and now we are realizing it, and now we are planting the trees, and we are growing much and much number of trees in the environment to make our environment green. And to plant more trees in the environment, there is increase of oxygen level. So the plants, they will take the carbon dioxide inside, and lastly they will release the oxygen, and this oxygen air is used by we, the human beings, animals and insects for breathing. So we need oxygen, so we have to plant trees, we have to grow the trees. So children, this is all about chapter number 1, interdependence between plants and animals. Turn the page. Page number 228. Things to remember. So, there are some points. Let us read it. A natural community is composed of plants and animals living in and interacting within an area. So, natural community means the interaction, the dependence between the plants and animals are called as natural community. Next one, plants by the process of photosynthesis releases oxygen and produce food. So, with the help of sunlight, air, water, with these three things, the plants, they will prepare their own food. And not only they will prepare the food, and also they will release out the oxygen air in the environment. Third one point, plants are very important for survival of animals on earth. So, we all need plants. Why? Because first, they give us the vegetables, fruits, grains, cereals, pulses. So, these are the food which we get from plants. And next one is, from plants and trees, we get the oxygen air which we use for our breathing purpose. So, all the living things like animals, birds, insects and we human beings need plants on earth for our survival. Next one, deforestation is the removal of a forest area or trees for converting the land for commercial use. The word deforestation, in the word only it is destroying the forest area, cutting the trees for commercial use. Commercial use means for us. We will build different houses, factories, industries in the forest land. Last one, man through activities like deforestation has adversely affected the condition of environment on a global scale. So, we human beings continuously we are destroying the trees, continuously we are destroying the forest area day by day. In that area, we are fulfilling our own needs. We are just building the huge apartments there. And when we destroy the forest, there is the change in the environment. The climates will change continuously when there is deforestation in the environment. So, this is all about the chapter number 1, interdependence between plants and animals. Now, words to know. So, you can see just here. So, we will just discuss about these words and the meaning of these words. words to know. In that, the first one word is producers. P-R-O-D-U-C-E-R-S. Producers. And the meaning of the producer is the plants produce, the plants prepare their own food are called producers. Next one is consumers. Second one, C-O-N-S-U-M-E-R-S. Consumers. And the meaning of consumers is the living things, depend on plants and other animals are called as consumers. Next one is autotrophs. Third one, autotrophs. A-U-T-O-T-R-O-P-H-S. Autotrophs. And the meaning of autotrophs is plants prepare their own food. Are called as autotrophs. Next one, fourth one, heterotrophs. H-E-T-E-R-O-T-R-O-P-H-S. H-E-T-E-R-O-T-R-O-P-H-S. Heterotrophs. And the meaning of heterotroph is animals depend on plants and other animals are called as heterotrophs. For food are called as heterotrophs. Next one is fifth one, natural community. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Natural community. C-O-M-M-U-N the living things, plants and animals, depend on each other and on the living things, on the living things is called as natural community. Next one is decomposers. Sixth one, decomposers. Decomposes. Decomposers. And the meaning is, the word of decomposer, the organisms that break down dead and decaying of plants and animals. Last one, deforestation. Seventh one, deforestation. And the meaning of deforestation is, destroying the forest area. So children, this is all about the words, the new words. So first one is producers. Producers means they prepare the food for the other living things, is called as producers. For examples, plants, trees, they prepare the old food, and the plants and the vegetables, fruits are eaten by animals, birds, insects, and we human beings. Second one is consumers. Consumers means they will not prepare the food, and they are the For example, we human beings, we cannot prepare the own food, but we eat the vegetables, fruits and the different animal food. For example, chicken, egg, meat. So, consumers are the living things depend on plants. For example, vegetables, fruit, grains, cereals, pulses and other animals are called as consumers. Next one, autotrophs. Here, the meaning of autotroph is plants prepare their own food. The producers meaning is same and the autotrophs meaning is same. So, here autotroph is plants prepare their own food and the producers meaning is plants prepare their own food. They are the same. Next one, heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means animals depend on plant and other animals for food. And we had discussed about the consumers. See children, the meaning of consumer and the meaning of heterotrophs is same. Consumers or heterotroph means they cannot prepare the food and they are dependent on the plants and animals for food. Next one, natural community. So, the easy meaning of natural community is the plants and the animals are depend on each other and also on the non-living thing is called as natural community. One more time I will repeat. Natural community means both living things that are plant and animals, they depend on each other and as well as on the non-living thing also is called as natural community. Next one, decomposers. Decomposers means the dead and decaying living things. For example, plants decaying in the soil, animals' dead body is decaying in the soil is called as decomposers. Last one is deforestation. Deforestation means destroying the forest area, cutting the trees is called as deforestation. So children, this is all about the first chapter, that is interdependence between plants and animals, and we had completed our first chapter. Now let us move towards today's homework part, and today's homework to you all is read and write these 7 words which are written on the board. These 7 words with meaning 2 times in your EVS notebook. And now it's time to end our session here only. Bye.